The Raptors can't get it done against the Miami Heat. 112-103 is your final. Welcome to Raptors Tonight, live from Real Sports. I'm Randy Urban, joined by Jack Armstrong, Leo Rautins, and Paul Jones. Fellas, I watched that game, and I think another winnable game for the Raptors. And every time they made a run, you know, they counterpunched. Miami had an answer to their counterpunch. What was going on there?
I thought the second half, Randy, turnovers were a big problem. I give Coach Darko credit. He had to use 2 timeouts real early.
Really early.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
And
it worked.
And then OG Anunoby came out and got on fire. You know, they were right there at halftime. And then turnovers became a problem, and yet they were right there at the end of the third quarter as well. But they just couldn't get any fluidity to their game tonight and consistency. It's a game of habits. I thought Miami just played with more steadiness.
Yeah, I think it's frustrating when you dig yourself these holes, right, and have these droughts. You fight to come back. It's almost like, okay, we're back. We reorganize, and you go right back to it again. And I think, you know, it really comes down to, you know, you can call the timeouts, but leadership on the floor.
Yeah.
One defensively, you know, in the first round, when the way they started the game, there was no offense or defense, and then. But later on, when you sense a drought coming, I think that's where you're searching for who's gonna step up, who's gonna make a bucket, and one of your key guys has to be that guy, has to step up. You know, we've talked about who's that guy, and I think those questions really come up when you see this.
The 9 turnovers, Jack, in the third quarter, that was a killer. And then the other thing I'll say is, we've hit the point with the Raptors where, la-di-da, look at that service.
Leo's a little under the
Leo
weather.
gets the hot tea. Look at that.
We've hit the point
Very nice.
where, to me, we're seeing these blackout periods in the offense. They're occurring with too much frequency, right? And to Leo's point about, that's when your leadership on the floor has to make sure your shot selection is correct. The right guy shooting it. Like, put an end. A timeout can break the run because a coach can call a play for you. But he can't do that all the time. Like, some of it is on the players to figure that out.
Yeah, so let's dissect this a little bit. Like, what's going on in these blackouts? Just
To me, it's a matter of focus and concentration. Like, and it's partly the game too. We don't have definitive play calls where, you know, I can picture Jack Armstrong at Niagara standing up and saying 3 out and run it all the way through, right? Like you know the guy who's going to break the play when it gets to him. We're not doing that. We're getting to a point where the ball gets into the lane and we're going to get a layup or we're going to get fouled and we're going to stop the run. And I don't think that happens, not just with the Raptors, in the entire league. And that's why with that and the 3-point shot, you see big leads disappear because of blackouts by the team that's ahead.
I thought Dennis Schroeder had a difficult night tonight. He's played really well for the Raptors. He had a tough night on both ends. And, you know, obviously, you know, that direction and that leadership. Malachi Flynn barely played tonight. Scotty Barnes didn't come on till late. So in terms of, like, who's kind of directing things and who's setting the tone for your defense, I thought they struggled with that tonight.
But even take a look at, say, Scotty. He came on late. What did he really do to come on? Yeah, he hit a couple of shots, but his effort went from here to here.
Played with more energy.
Right,
yeah.
more energy. And hey, it's a tough position to be in when you're one of the guys, one of the corner pieces of the team. That energy's got to be there. You got to bring it. You can't wait till the end. Hey, it's a dramatic finish, and it's great that you fight at the end, but you can't wait till the end. And that makes it tough for everybody else.
I'd like to just throw this out there because my sense, you have a full weekend off. Play Friday night, you don't play again on Wednesday. I don't care what you do in practice. Guys are pretty much conditioned to play every other night. And when you have that much time off, I thought the start of the game kind of told me that sometimes the worst thing that can happen, even though you lost to the Knicks on Friday night, is you have all that time off, you kind of lose a little something along the way. And it took 2 timeouts for them to get it back, and they kept getting it to 3, and they got the lead a little bit. But, Miami looked sharper tonight. They had played the other night and kind of get on a plane. They come up here, they're a little bit more in rhythm.
Yeah, and defensively, they just function at such
They got a lot of activity off their bench, too.
Yeah.
A lot of guys coming in that they just play really hard, really scrappy. And think about it, you didn't have Bam in there. So there was no
Bam or Hero.
Yeah.
There was no rim protection, really. But they're scrappy. They just come at but there's really no excuse not to attack in a game like this without Bam being in the game.
Yeah, I look at a guy like Duncan Robinson who went from unplayable.
the worst contract in basketball.
Went from
apparently, last year.
unplayable
Yeah.
to he made some noise tonight.
Yeah.
Making shots. He tried defensively. He tried to be in the right spot.
He's putting the ball on the floor better than he ever has.
Yeah, and those are like his game is expanding. It's been forced to expand, but he's expanded it, and it's now like he's got something else that people aren't either scouting, expecting him to do it that well.
That's funny, too. When you know the coach has to play you calm down a little bit,
Yeah.
too. Now it's Strus no longer with them. I think he's calmed down a little bit, and he's figured out, and I think he's gotten stronger.
Well, he's shown it in the playoffs last year. Like he did, towards the end of the run,
good
he
point.
started putting the ball on the floor and realizing that, hey, people are just going to run you off that line. So either you got to be effective at keeping them honest, or you're not going to play.
And he's a big guy.
Yeah, I was standing right next to him. I'm 6'7". He's my height.
Yes, and he's filling out. He's gotten stronger, and he's put the time in. So now when he puts it on the floor and people are bodying up to him, he can hit a little bit and get in there and make plays.
I got to tell you, the other Robinson kid, Orlando
Wow,
Robinson.
he played very well.
There's Pat Riley finds a guy, right? Pat Riley finds a guy. Like nobody, they find this kid.
Undrafted.
Well, undrafted.
Both Robinsons undrafted.
But Orlando Robinson played really well. Like, he missed his first three-pointer of the season tonight. He was like 7 for 7 coming in and making tonight. And he was tough down there.
He gets a lot from, I was watching Jimmy Butler a couple times, and Orlando got the ball, and Jimmy Butler, go, take him.
Yeah.
Like, he's got, you get confidence of some of your vets, and Butler will do that. He'll tell Robinson, shoot. Orlando, take it. He just like.
Posted up a few times, finished down there, and just, like, typical Miami fine. Where'd they get this guy, and he's not hurting them?
On the positive for the Raptors, I thought OG Anunoby had probably one of his best all-around games of the season, if not his best all-around game of the season. What did you see from him that was?
He's shooting the ball well. He plays great defense.
Such confidence right now.
Jimmy Butler wasn't a huge factor tonight, and I thought Siakam was pretty good. I think he was off the floor quite a bit when the Heat made that run.
Yeah.
I thought he played well, but I think OG Anunoby, he's got good habits. He's consistent. He's steady. He's not wowing you with anything in particular, but he's just really sound in everything that he does.
I think I read he has the most corner threes in the NBA this season. Like he's
62% last year.
Yeah, he's doing his job. Pascal efficient, but not enough.
Look, as Jack said, a tough night from Schroeder tonight.
Yeah,
that was. I mean, I think
because usually win games where Pascal goes like that and OG goes like
what
that.
What epitomized it for me tonight was 3-point game. Schroeder comes down in front of the Miami bench. He's coming up that near side.
Yeah.
And that guy's a blur. Like, he's going way faster than you think. And he gets to the hoop, and he's got a layup, and he misses it. And, like, he just missed it. No pressure, he missed a layup. And then Miami comes back down the other end and scores. Instead of being a 1-point game, it's a 5-point game. And it just seemed like that kind of another part of the drought that took the wind out of their sails.
How do you think they defended the three tonight? It's kind of been an issue this season.
Well, it was an issue in big moments tonight. I think they really had trouble tonight. Two-man stuff. They had to bring a Chew off the floor a few times because he didn't communicate on screens. You're switching, you're staying. Are you coming up to the level of the screen if the guy, to guard the shooter? And I thought the Heat put him in a lot of two-man actions, different types of actions. And really
What does it tell you? What does it tell you, Jacko? You know, you want three-point shooting, have some shooters, right? And Miami's got some shooters. You've got some guys that can space the floor, knock down shots, and that allows Jimmy Butler to operate. That allows an Orlando Robinson to operate, right? It allows freedom for players.
Caleb Martin
was terrific at the start of the game. Great start.
Yeah, but if you look back at a lot of those shots, they're wide open looks.
Yeah.
No contest at all.
It's funny, Caleb Martin and his brother
Cody.
came out of college. You know, they were undrafted, is that right?
Nevada, from Nevada, undrafted.
Nobody really talked about these guys.
They started out in Charlotte.
He's put together a great career.
Cody has.
Played for Eric Musselman, and he's
just another one of those
produces
guys.
a lot of pros. He's an excellent coach, but he's got a great game. He's fluid. He's smooth. He's smart. He plays with intensity.
And he's starting to get the minutes under his belt again. He had missed some games, and now I think he played 35 minutes the other night.
He showed his
the
playoffs
last year.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah.
Key performances for the Raptors outside of those two guys that you thought like made an impact, that you thought maybe, okay, we can get something out of this guy? I think Achua's playing pretty good now when he's getting in there.
Yeah, he's got to be more consistent. There's still some breakdowns, the palming and some defensive miscues where he's not where he needs to be. So to me, that's he hasn't broken through yet where I look at him and I say, that's a guy I'm going to give 25 minutes a night to, close my eyes no matter what's going to happen, and I trust that he's going to know what to do. I still think there's nights where he'll play at a good level, then there's another night you go, okay.
You see these flashes and these segments, and you're going, wow. And then you don't get the filler. I mean, hey, okay, we remember the Phoenix game. I've never seen a guy hit the floor more, go to the offensive glass harder. Have we seen that since?
Right.
The same, right? Now, we've seen flashes, but if you can do that one time, and you have the body, you have the physical ability to do that every game, you got to bring it. Because if I'm a coach, I go, wait a minute. Remember, hey, Jack, what were you saying? You told on yourself, right?
Yeah.
You showed me. Yeah. So what is it about tonight that you can't be diving on the floor and going after every loose ball?
Here's the problem in the NBA. Every player wants their role expanded, and at some point in time, there's a hard reality that comes into play where you got to reel guys in and say, no, I'm not letting you do this. I'm not letting you do this. And these are the things I expect of you. Either you buy into doing these things, and maybe that doesn't necessarily fit how you see yourself, but this is how it's going to be. And to me, I think sometimes when I watch him play, there is the push and pull of wanting to do more, which I think is good. And on the other hand, you say, is it for the greater good? And that's hard. As a
my
coaching
argument
staff,
would be,
as a
I don't
player,
think anybody's telling you can't do more if you give me this.
Do what you're supposed
Give
to
me
do.
the loose balls, give me the rebounds, give me the great defense, and if you want to take that three, put the ball on the floor, I'm good with that. I'll even live with a few misses. I don't care, because what you're giving me is worth it.
Yeah, do what you're supposed to do, and then if you want to have a little extra, we'll live with it once in a while.
All right, with that, guys, it's time for our fan of the night. So let's give a hand to Scott Griffiths. Scott Griffiths, come on in here, buddy. Oh yeah, he's got a little partner.
Oh, we got young fans tonight.
Hey, what's up, Scott? How are you?
What's up?
Who we got here?
Good.
All right.
Just a microphone?
Yeah, we don't need that.
We got a young fan. Scott, come on in. We got to show you on TV. There he is.
Is that for you?
He's serious. He walked right over to the hoop.
Oh, yeah.
He's like eyeing down the hoop. Like,
all right.
Scott, you got a question or comment for the guys?
Comment number one, Jack, where do we get your Christmas sweaters? For your fundraiser.
Do we have the Christmas sweater?
We do.
Speaking of promo,
Yeah,
we do.
We got to do it.
You know what? I was going to give it to Randy, and I love Randy, but instead, you're getting the sweater.
Oh, man.
I love you.
Jack, that's awesome.
So there you go.
Perfect.
And but hello, Jack. Just
Hello,
go,
Jack.
hello,
You guys
Jack.
plan that?
No,
No, I didn't plan. I was going to give it to you,
All
but
right, all right.
I'm
but
sorry.
one thing that I noticed in the second half of the game, the Raptors didn't take advantage of mismatches down low. I don't know if I was the only one that noticed that, but Pascal and Scotty B were facing a dog down low, Kyle Lowry. But did you guys notice the same thing, or was there missed opportunities there? Or?
I mentioned the fact that there's no Bam Adebayo.
Sure.
That's your rim protector for Miami.
Yes.
If he's not in the game, you really don't have a
Gotta
rim
attack
protector.
it.
So
yes,
you have to. I think in that situation, have a concerted effort to attack. Right?
absolutely.
Scott, I pick up on your point about missed opportunities, and we were talking about it. Just long periods where you couldn't score, blackouts.
Yes.
Where you had good shots, makeable shots, you can't knock them down, and then the next one becomes more pressure, and the next guy says, "I'll do it," and like
The pressure builds up.
it makes it tough.
Absolutely.
Yeah, makes it
Yep.
tough.
Yeah, I mean, bottom line for the Raptors, I think tonight, we're all searching for that consistency, and it's not there. Jonesy made the point about the blackouts. And particularly, if you're not going to score, at least don't turn it over.
Sure.
And the turnovers kind of fueled Miami's running game.
Sure.
Got them some easy shots. That's a big problem right
I compare
now.
this team right now to maybe a team from 7-8 years ago where they were starting to find their identity but weren't quite there yet. They were competitive in games late but couldn't quite follow through.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
That's accurate because it is new.
Yes.
It is new.
New
right?
coaching staff.
There's a lot of newness still.
Yes.
I know we're a quarter of the way in, but
Yeah.
it just hasn't galvanized yet.
Absolutely.
Dennis Schroeder said before the game a couple days ago, he said these next 20 games
Yes.
are going to be,
Yeah.
our season, basically.
Absolutely.
The most important. So.
Well, I'm sorry, Randy, I gave away your sweater.
No,
but-
Hey man,
no.
I can give it back. It's
No,
okay.
it's okay.
that.
Randy was going to wear it out tonight in the
Scott,
clubs.
you ready to shoot for a prize?
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
some-
Yeah, you are.
Who's
You're the fan.
shooting for you?
You guys are the fans of the
Marcus?
games. You get this.
Marcus?
Ready to
Say
roll?
hi. Let's go.
Randy's
All right,
got a million
Marcus.
sweaters.
Come on over here.
Here we
Give it a
go.
little spin.
Spin the dial.
Oh, that's a healthy spin.
I love it.
Tickets.
We got entrees, a jersey, a hat,
got it.
ball.
Where'd the
hoodie,
tickets go,
hoodie,
Randy?
Yeah,
Hoodie.
that's a good gift. All right.
Why, you
Marcus.
get a Christmas sweater?
Randy,
and a
what
hoodie?
happened
shot
to the
here?
tickets?
All right, take your time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. When you're ready.
Oh,
Give it a
foul. Give him another one.
go. Give it another go.
Nice and easy.
You want to move up a little?
Move up, yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
There it is!
I love it.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
Where's the hoodie? That's a great gift.
right.
Thanks, Scott. Here, we'll get you the hoodie right here.
All right.
Yeah.
You gotta give the crew, everybody gets a high five. You get a
There
hoodie.
you go.
Yeah. All right. Way to go.
All right.
Thanks, Scott.
Good job.
Appreciate it,
You
man.
got it. And the Christmas sweater, so we're all set.
All right, I'll get you.
I got you.
You got it? All right. Thanks, guys. What's up?
All right, how about that? Young Raptor fan tonight. Getting it done.
Yeah,
I
they
like
win.
it.
You know, the question keeps coming
Bring
up.
the
What
family to
happened
Real
to the
Sports.
tickets? What happened to the
Where's
tickets?
the tickets?
You know, my phone's.
You guys gotta be
What
kidding
happened
me.
to tickets?
Where are the tickets?
Where are the
You gotta be
tickets?
kidding me.
Why aren't the
Randy,
tickets there
you know,
anymore?
Randy's got some people he likes to
Maybe I
invite.
gave
you
the
know?
tickets away.
Hey, you can't be the most eligible batch of Toronto and give away tickets. You know?
All right.
Well, maybe that's why he's the most eligible. They were lining up for
They want the
tickets,
tickets.
amongst other things.
All
I
right,
don't know.
Randy, go ahead. You're a little flustered. Answer.
I'm not flustered. I feel great. The tickets are a premium item, as is the signed jersey. So
Wait, if
one
it's a premium
goes, the
item,
other
why aren't
one-
they there?
There's
the other
one premium.
They're so premium.
We got
they
one.
don't even make the.
Okay, we'll get another premium out of your budget here.
All right, here we go.
Enough tea.
Here we go.
All right.
Can't be out of my budget.
I mean, all Leo's drinking is tea over here.
That's
I mean, he's a
true.
poor
That's
guy.
true. It's very cheap. Okay, let's talk a little overtime real quick. Couple minutes left in the show. What did you guys think of the quarterfinal games in the in-season tournament?
I like the tournament. I like the juice that it brings to the early part of the regular season. I'd like to see the tiebreaker system changed. Go with the old Leo played in the CBA. Remember, 1 point per quarter
Yeah.
and 3 points for the game.
I like that, Jonesy.
So you have wins and losses, but you have a separate column after each game
Yeah.
that keeps track of how many quarters you won. So if
good.
if you won the game and you won the first and the third quarter, you got 5 points.
That will eliminate all this like.
No
trying
more
to
running
score-
it up.
Right,
I like
right,
that.
right,
Right. So that, and I'll say that there's a lot of people raising an eyebrow, as Leo said, after that timeout last night.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah. What do you guys think of that
Is it a
call?
benefit to have the Lakers and LeBron?
Is it in Vegas?
I don't know.
I will say this though, you look.
I think it
last
already
night-
got said.
You look at LeBron and KD last night, older players. How many more times are we in a season?
Phenomenal game.
It was wonderful.
Phenomenal
they were
game.
great. They were great. It was really, really fun to watch. And I mean, LeBron James, what is he going to be? 38 coming up?
38, 39, I
Hey,
think.
39?
Yeah.
I can't. I don't even. 30. I mean, it's a
I'm
marvel.
I'm
Physically.
in Vegas, Jack. The over/under for Indiana Milwaukee after last night is 425.
Yeah.
Like Indiana just gets it up and down.
So who do you guys
And then
got?
146 for Milwaukee last night. Wow.
Who you guys got taking it then? I like Indiana. I don't know why. I just feel like Indiana's going to win it.
I think Indiana beat Milwaukee the last time I saw that game
Wait, it's Indiana?
in Indy. But I think Milwaukee's starting to play a little better. I like Milwaukee.
I think it's going to be Milwaukee and the Lakers.
Milwaukee and the Lakers.
And I think Milwaukee's better than the
Yeah.
Lakers.
Who do you got, Leo?
I'm just having fun watching, Randy. I'm just enjoying it. I don't have a.
But I do,
got those
to
race.
to
You got the
Jonesy's
Pelicans.
point. And look, the in-season tournament's going to get better and better, and they're going to keep tweaking it.
Here's what
People are talking about it,
Yeah.
whether you like it or not. People are talking about it, which is good for the NBA.
Here's what I don't want them to do. A quarter of the way into the season, say the person that wins the tournament, the team that wins the tournament gets a playoff spot. No.
No.
We're only, but people are talking about that, putting more. No, it's a tournament in season. You win that, great.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see years down the line, maybe long after I'm gone, the correlation between Final Four teams, Final 8 teams, finalists, or champions
Yeah.
to the playoffs.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
I go back to what I said a few weeks ago.
You got 20 seconds, Jack.
I think we need to give the winning team a draft pick. Maybe even the team that finished second a draft pick.
Yeah, you told me that when I interviewed you for Open Gym. I really like that idea.
But from a player's perspective, are you going to play your tail off
No,
for a draft pick?
I'm not even worried. They're getting money.
They're getting money,
I'm talking
so
for coaches and
yeah.
ownership
Right,
and
but-
management.
But but management can't play the games.
I get it.
Coaches are coaching anyway. So
Jack, where,
Coaches are getting paid.
right.
where do people get that sweater?
HelloJack.ca.
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 So that's
and
where,
I'm
that's
sorry
where we
I
can
gave you a
get
sweater
ours.
away.
That's,
You
I
know what? We
appreciate
had a
it.
little kid on. He got a sweatshirt.
did.
The father had to get a sweater.
For sure.
Hey, don't go take it away from them when we get off the air.
Happy holidays.
All right, next game for
By
the
the way,
Raptors.
the next game
Friday
is
gets a
Friday
Charlotte
against
Hornets.
the Charlotte Hornets.
7
They
p.m.
wrote
Eastern.
Chicago Bulls up there.
Raptors tonight go live on YouTube shortly after
Happy
the game.
holidays.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.